Felicitous greetings, fellow fanatics. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fanatic, and since this is a 5 Friday month, I'm not doing a review this week. However, I recently reacquired one of my favorite board games, Cyclades, along with all of its expansions. As the upcoming Legendary Edition will soon be hitting Kickstarter, I decided this would be a great time to do an unboxing of everything from Cyclades First Edition. First released in 2009, Cyclades was part of the Matagot XL collection. Now I had trouble finding the exact details of this, but I believe it was the first of 3, followed by Kemet and Innis, which loosely followed a mythology theme, with Cyclades based around Greek mythology. Whereas many designers are content with either making a Euro-style or an American-style game, the French team at Matagot said, "Vive la Revolution," and just picked whatever they wanted from each.
Stay true to yourself, France.
It has the highly detailed art that you would expect from an American-style game, but it also had the bidding mechanics and city building that you would expect of a more Euro-style game. It wasn't afraid to use elements of each. The main board is divided into 3 parts, with 2 maps. The game could play 2 to 5 players, with the different sides of the map being designed for different numbers of players, giving you a larger board for 5 or 4 players.
Oh, the world shrank.
Inside you'll find plenty of tokens for gold, a bunch of buildings, a lot more gold.
Yeah.
One fell out. So we'll get to punching these in a moment. But you can see that there's different buildings for your empire and the metropolises, which are your main goal in the game. Here are different markers for each player to use when they control an island but no longer have troops upon it. And these are prosperity markers for marking how much money that... What's that?
Can't see, I'm trying to make the Thanksgiving things.
I said cornucopia.
Thanksgiving things.
You made me lose my train of thought.
When they control island, don't have troops anymore. Prosperity, they super rich now.
Okay. So, and over here we have the prosperity markers, which denote how much. And over here we have the prosperity markers, which denote how much gold an island produces each turn. But of course, one of the most important features of the game are the different gods that you will literally be bidding for the favor of: Zeus, Athena, Poseidon, and Ares.
The dudes don't have eyes. They do not have eyes. Kind of creepy. I thought it was just Zeus, but no, only Athena's got eyes. They're all whited out.
You mean they only have pupils?
Nope.
So you'll also have Apollo, who will give solace to whomever is unable to obtain the favor of one of the others. Included are 2 dice. These ones are special and labeled with a 0, 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 3 each. Also included are a deck of cards. These are mythological creatures which you can obtain the help of by going to Zeus and asking him to parlay with them for you. You have things such as Chiron the Centaur, the Griffin, Harpies, and of course...
the Kraken!
Say it with me, everyone. Release the Kraken!
Look, I need a beard when I say it, though.
So, also included are a number of Scholar cards and a number of Priest cards.
How long is that, dude?
Oh, and apparently this one was a later printing, as you can already see ads for the expansions Hades and Titans. We'll be getting to those in a short moment. But before that, we of course have to look at the minis.
Is a minifig's like a totally
Miniatures.
only Lego thing?
Yeah, minifigs refers to Legos.
Oh, snaps.
Included in Cyclades are, is it 5 or 6? 5 monster minis. We'll have to see if we can use the bending trick to fix Chiron there.
Dude. It's acrobatic is all.
Can you even see the Kraken devouring a ship here? But what's also truly unique about this game is that the general soldiers for each faction are actually different. Likewise, each of the ships that players use is also unique. These highly detailed minis put the game's production values a cut above your typical Euro game. In 2009, the first major expansion for Cyclades was released, Hades. Well, if you actually want to play in Greek, that's an option too. So, Hades introduced a number of different they include a Hecate tile in later printings of it. We'll get to her in a moment. So, one of the major things that Hades introduced was, of course, the namesake Hades himself. But it also introduced a number of minor gods, which would give bonuses to whomever went last in that round. With the exception of players on Apollo, they still just lose out. One of the other major things that Hades included was 6 heroes, such as Odysseus, Midas, and was Hector among them? I want to say Hector was one of them.
We don't like you, so we don't know your name.
But it also featured one new monster mini, Kerberos. Each of the heroes could be used in battle to bolster your army, but also had a special ability that you could sacrifice them to use.
You sacrifice them. To which god?
I guess that depends on which one's favor you won that turn.
Athena, I choose you.
Of course, also included were more monsters. Here's the... So it also included a number of additional monster cards, as well as a few other additions.
Nope. Oh, come on, cards. Ha!
So,
Yeah, oh. Oh, she's scary.
so the heroes each have their own cards, but you also have a number of magic item cards.
Ooh.
As well as priestess cards.
Lay down a dozen. Oops! It's okay, camera. It's okay, you'll be fine.
While that's going into the outtake reel. And one last thing is that Hades comes with his own army of undead.
They prefer to be called the formerly alive or formerly living.
Regardless, when you win Hades favors, you may use them for 1 turn. Also released alongside Hades were 2 promos that added a little bit to the game. Manticore could be added and would kill a hero, whereas they were immune to other cards that would kill troops. Meanwhile, there was also Hecate added as another minor god tile. However, what I didn't realize is that later printings included a copy with it, so I kind of wasted my money here.
Loser. Are they different? No, they're totally the same. Yeah, you wasted your monies.
Yes, everyone, go ahead and laugh alongside my sister if you wish. In 2013, Matagot released the Creatures Crossover Cyclades Kemet kit, or C3K for short. This allowed you to take the creatures from Kemet and use them in Cyclades, and vice versa. This included 6 tiles for the creatures from Cyclades in the Hades expansion to be used with Kemet, while you also had 7 cards to be shuffled into the creature deck for the Egyptian reinforcements.
Egyptian reinforcements? Dude, we were in Greece, what happened?
Well, yes, but Kemet is a game loosely based off of Egyptian mythology.
Totally played that one before.
This allows you to use the highly detailed miniatures from both games in one another. Actually, let's go ahead and move those up. Up.
Why was actually focusing? Oh, guy riding him. Oh, stuff and nightmares, people.
Strangely enough, in the game, you do not consider the Egyptian units to be mythological creatures, even the likes of the Phoenix or the Mummy.
It's Titan, not Hal. Titan.
That's not spelled right for Titan, though, not that Titan.
Oh?
He spells it like tightening a screw. So,
Yes, it was Titan.
in 2014, Cyclades released a second major expansion, Titans. This was known for changing the player count from 2 to 5, which it was in the original game. Oh, I guess you're right, go ahead. It changed it from 2 to 5 to a 3 to 6 player game. Much like Hades, Titans introduced a number of new features to the game. An easier to open box was not one of them. The first thing you'll notice is that it has a whole new map.
Does the world get bigger?
Yes, it is even larger than the original map. It also includes a new god tracker, since you'll now have an extra god in each round. Speaking of which, it adds Chronos to the mix, and you'll see that there is another thing in these tokens, and that is that there are now unique metropolises. The first 2 built each game will have a special ability beyond the power of a standard metropolis. So, also included were the pieces to play with a 6th player, since obviously you need that to play with 6 players. As before, they each have their own unique ships and soldiers. Of course, Titans also included the namesake Titans. 3 for each player color, although on the downside you'll notice that not all of them are unique this time. Are there 6 different bolts though? Okay, let's see. Whip, daggers, are they all on screen?
Yeah, but don't go any higher than the yellow one there.
Hammer, whatever this thing is supposed to be. Oh yeah, flail. So, strangely enough, there are 6 different sculpts here, but instead of theming them to each color, they just seem to have them mixed in. Still very high production value, and I'm just wondering why they didn't keep it all the same, because that would help with colorblind players. Also included are 5 artifacts. Each of them provides a powerful ability on their own when a player controls it, and if a player controls all 5 at once, it acts as an alternate victory condition, ending the game for them immediately.
Ooh, perfect time to be an Earth Thief.
Finally, Titans also included a number of cards. This includes artifact cards that represent the minis that we were just showing off. These get shuffled into the standard monster deck. And you also have the unique metropolises each represented here as well. In 2016, one final expansion released for Cyclades. This one was smaller than the others, but still had some interesting concepts. Unlike Hades and Titans, Monuments only featured a single gameplay mechanic, and they still didn't get the boxes right. Okay, that is weird. You saw me unseal that and it was okay. Well, whatever. So it came with 10 cards representing different monuments to be used, 2 of which would come out during the game, and each of which was represented by a different mini. These gave the islands that built them unique powers that changed each game. Alongside Monuments, they also released one final promo, the Ancient Ruins. I think I'm going to just go ahead and have to damage the cardboard a bit, but as long as I do it up here, it should be fine. That actually cut? Yes, it did. Good. Because that would have been real embarrassing on camera if it had it. This promo was meant specifically for use with Monuments, and included a way to get 2 additional ones out in a single game.
Ooh.
As of the time of recording this video, I've not played with this specific copy before, but I have owned Cyclades and the Hades expansion in the past, as well as the crossover kit. Titans and Monuments are new to me, but I will certainly be taking a look at all of these eventually in the future. Of course, with the upcoming Legendary Edition, one must ask, is it worth it to get First Edition, or should you just go with the new one instead? That is, of course, impossible to say at this time, as I've not played the new version. The only ones that can really give an informed answer at this point are probably under a non-disclosure agreement. As for now, I should have a review up next week as usual. If you're interested in purchasing Cyclades or backing the new Legendary Edition, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of Cyclades? What games have you reacquired after getting rid of them? Do you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view? Leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. And if you really enjoy my work, please consider funding my channel on Patreon. Until next time, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.